I think when you lose a parent young, you really think about what your relationship or your life would be like with them. I lost my father when I was 20 years old, which was almost 25 years ago. I was in college at the time. I was a junior.
When I was 20 years old, my father died.
One of my friends, one of the first friends that I made while I was out here, died of health complications.
It's hard when you're becoming an adult, because college is this time where you're figuring things out. You're becoming more independent.
You know, like the attitude shifts a little bit, like you appreciate everything a little bit more. And then like as the hurt kind of, passes away and you move on and everything, it's still, like I still think about him every once in a while. And it's still, like it still helps me appreciate the life that I have now.
At 20 years old, my life was never the same after that, so. I went back to where I was in college for the next year, which was in Berkeley, California. And all of a sudden had to think about things like how I was going to pay for school and whether or not I could get a car that I'd been promised. And so I went from being pretty superficial on a lot of levels about my education to really taking it seriously and valuing it, because it was something that Mom and Dad just always paid for. But all of a sudden, Dad wasn't there anymore.
People keep moving on, and people deal with it in their own ways, but it's finding that kind of way that's right for you.
Theater was always important to me from the moment I started doing theater. That theater was a place where people who didn't necessarily have a voice, so it was a voice for the voiceless.
Writing more and kind of making up stories has been a huge help through that time.
Like the rebellion of youth and everything like that, but I mean it can still be taken away from you. Like we have these invincible attitudes, and it could be gone the next day.
He would have been very proud of me getting a PhD. I think that for him would have been, he would have been very proud of his daughter, and I did, because of that, I dedicated my dissertation to him. I think he would have edited it very differently. It would have been a lot shorter, but I think he would have been very proud of me.
Part of the reason I've worked so hard in college is he always wanted to see me graduate college, just like my two older sisters did, and he wanted to see me have a good life. And I think that's part of why I'm going to work so hard for it, is just to make him proud in some way and to make myself proud as well.
It was cool having him around and everything.
When you're as young as I was and losing a parent, sometimes it's not a normal thing, so you just don't think about how much that will change your life.